Bruh, I'ma keep it a bug. I feel bad for xQc. xQc, also known as the Rizzler, just keeps taking L's. I mean, from getting bullied by TikTokers.
Hey there, let's pronounce some words. Try pronounce this word.
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Tuesday. That's what you fucking sound like. You sound like a fucking bitch.
What?
Yeah, fuck you.
What? Fuck this guy. What the fuck was that?
To literally getting cocked by a British girl with fucked up teeth.
Oh, yes! I'm sorry.
Alright.
Do you guys mind if I kiss up?
You can kiss her. Felix? Alright.
So I guess nowadays the Rizzler goes by the Cockler instead. But these L's have nothing on xQc's biggest L, which was dating this badass Big Mac. Now I'm gonna need everyone watching this video right now to take notes, because I'm gonna tell you exactly in this video how to avoid the biggest mistake of your life. This might unironically be the creepiest story I've ever had to cover on my channel. It all started when xQc, back in the days when he used to be a pro Overwatch player, thought to himself that it would be a good idea to date a talentless, fat-ass Overwatch e-girl player. Well, sadly because of that decision, that girl that he's been dating for years, Adept the fattest, is now trying to sue him and trying to steal 50% of his income. Now you might be asking, wait, what? 50% of his income? Were they married? She opened a case against xQc and is exploiting the common law marriage law to try to steal 50% of his income. And her common law marriage case is essentially her trying to finesse xQc by trying to convince the judge that her and xQc were planning all along to get married. Like, we've been dating for a long time, he used to refer to me as his wife, I treat him like my husband, like, you know, I deserve 50% of his income, of his assets. Which is obviously complete bullshit. I mean, you literally have clips from xQc back in 2020, like literally him saying that, yo, I'm not married. I don't think I'm ever gonna get married.
You can give a spouse $1,000. Okay.
And for some weird reason, he's busting a nut on this clip for some reason.
I'm not married! You fuck! I'm not married, bro!
I've been trying to tell the truth for a long time. This is my wedding ring. That's a truthful statement. I didn't purchase it for myself. That's a truthful statement. This wedding ring was purchased on May 8th, I think we said, right? Wasn't that the day of the receipt? And I didn't buy it. That's a truthful statement. I've been married for 3 years. That's a truthful statement.
No, you weren't. You were fat for 3 years. That's a truthful statement. And she's obviously going through all those hoops because she knows that without xQc in her life, she's gonna have to go to McDonald's and fucking flip burgers and then eat them instead of serving them to customers. But you might be asking yourself, how could xQc possibly have known that dating this fat girl would ever come bite him in the ass? Well, first things first, if you're dating an e-girl from fucking Overwatch, like you're already fucking up. Secondly, my bad, but personally, I would never date someone who would literally twerk on a random person in front of me.
Are you two dating?
Dude, no, hell no.
Okay, so you don't care if she twerks.
Oh, no.
Are you two dating?
Dude, no, hell no. How those words would come bite him in the ass. But we're just getting started. Let me tell you exactly what xQc's ex-obese girlfriend is crazy as fuck. I'm sure we're all aware about how messy breaking up in a relationship and trying to move on can be, right? But to xQc's credit, I would have to say that he's done a pretty good job at trying to move on from female Nicocado Avocado. When xQc broke up with his ex-girlfriend, Adept the fattest, you know, like he stopped talking about her, he tried to leave on a good note, like he wasn't toxic about it, he wasn't insulting her. Shit, he even invited her on stream for a final time to, you know, to reminisce on good memories. For a time, it looked like xQc was finally moving on, he was finally having a good time, streaming games, fucking reacting to TikToks, having a good time, right? However, that brief peaceful time wouldn't last for long. When Adept the fattest saw that xQc was finally starting to truly move on and slowly forget about her, she decided to go apeshit and force herself back into his life. From breaking inside his house at 3 AM when xQc was doing one of his DGen late night streams and kissing him without his consent. when they're literally not together anymore. Like, you can just see from this frame how Monkey W, how uncomfortable xQc was when she kissed him. Hey, I don't know about you guys, but when I break up with a girl, I like when she comes inside my house without my consent. Fucking makes me uncomfortable as fuck. Well, from breaking his house and kissing him without his consent at 3 AM, to literally fucking raiding his house, like, again, going to his house and knocking on the door like it was a SWAT raid.
Yeah, $10 promise, $2.
But once again, xQc tries to not start shit, he tries to be mature, and he still tries to move on, and he starts dating other people. Now, I'm not gonna talk too much about this girl, cause just know that xQc was dating her briefly until for some reason, Adept the fattest, his ex-girlfriend, decides to invade xQc's privacy for a third time because she wasn't happy about that relationship. Essentially, she finds a way to involve herself with xQc's relationship by getting in touch with xQc and accusing him of having started that new relationship while he was still with her.
Me and Sammy are on terrible terms. Sammy gets here and the convo goes like a little bit like, I think she's more hurt than she should be because she thinks that I engaged with this new person while we're still dating. So she thinks that I possibly cheated. And I'm like, okay, I mean, I didn't. And then, I
don't know, bro, it's like some schizo shit. She's essentially using her trump card to keep living inside xQc's brain and accuses xQc of cheating on her. So xQc, because he's too naive to know that this is a classic trap used by crazy manipulative ex-girlfriends, he accepts to meet with her and literally gives his phone.
I was like, I can show you, I can show you if you want to see it. So I give her my phone and I literally scroll the way up. And then,
to her and is like, oh, I have nothing to hide, so here's my phone. Go on it, do whatever you want with it. And that's exactly what she did. She goes on his phone, looks at all of the DMs between xQc and his new girlfriend, and then calls her. Adept the fattest essentially calls her, tells her that her and xQc is never gonna work out, that xQc is lying to her all along, and that, he's just using her. Like some schizo shit, right? I'm sure we've all heard stories about crazy ex-girlfriends and shit, but I think this shit takes the cake. She would eat the cake! Needless to say, shortly after xQc's obese ex-girlfriend third break-in, well, xQc and his new girlfriend had to break up. For some, unknown reason. For someone who's broken up with her partner, he sure loves to keep track of xQc's every move. I'm telling you, this girl is 1000% a witch! I don't even know why she's wearing rabbit ears. Like, you're not diva. You're fucking roadhog! Now, really quick, I just want to clarify something. I know that some of you guys are gonna go in my comment section and say some shit like, but Fader, why do you keep calling her obese? Why do you keep calling her fat? Are you fatphobic? Now, here's the thing. I'm actually being very polite and, I'm trying to describe her as she is. I mean, shit, there's literally a police officer who had a transcript that got leaked that literally described her as a heavy set. Yo, we live in a day and age where pronouns, physical attributes need to be described perfectly to the letter. And when I say she's obese, when I say she's a fucking fat whale, I'm just trying to describe what I'm seeing. If you thought that that's all there is to this crazy ex situation, to this crazy ex story, unfortunately, it gets worse. Just like any other gold digger, of course, Adept the fattest will try to steal as many assets that she can get her hands on. And that sadly, of course, includes xQc's McLaren. As you know, when you're married, they're not. But when you're married, you share your spouse's, your fucking wife's assets. She shares yours, whatever, right? Because Adept the fattest opened a case, a common law marriage case against xQc, and it has yet to be resolved. Well, for the time being, according to the judge, they both get wife-husband access until the case resolves itself. And what exactly does Adapter do with that root, that admin access? Well, she takes that McLaren for a ride. She takes custody of it. xQc's McLaren is nowhere to be found, like he doesn't know where it is anymore. And just like any other manipulative, psychopathic bitch, she decides to tease him about the McLaren. So there's this stream where xQc was just, vibing, was just chilling, playing GTA 5 RP, where he suddenly gets a notification on his phone or on his side monitor that Adept the fattest posted a story on her Instagram or Snapchat. Whoa! Where she's literally sitting inside of his McLaren with her stanky ass coochie with flowers on the passenger seat next to her. Which is obviously her implying that she's been inviting random guys inside his car to blow her back out, bruh. You can't help but feel bad for xQc at this point. Like, I don't know, like, imagine literally your own property that you bought with your own money. And your f***ing ex-girlfriend, your crazy ass ex-girlfriend's getting her cheeks clapped, bruh, by random motherfuckers. And as you can see from xQc's reaction, when he looks at that Snapchat or Instagram story from her, it completely ruins his day. Now, some people are saying that he got his car back, but some other people are saying that he didn't. I don't know, bro. Like, I just know that the next time xQc goes inside his car, he's gonna find some random motherfucker's nut, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, yo, smash like right now if you would neck if you saw a random motherfucker's nut inside your car. Sadly, as of today, xQc's common law marriage bullshit case has yet to be resolved, which of course means that the stream sniping from this fat ass well has yet to stop. About a week ago, xQc decided to leave LA because, you know, the vibes there were just not good. He wanted to move away from all that shit, from the fucking fat well. So about a week ago, he decided to move to his old house in Texas and leave that fat well behind in Los Angeles and all that other bullshit all the way over there. But unfortunately, apparently you can't outrun a well. Now what's the most mentally stable and the most normal thing that an ex-girlfriend can do? That's right, you guessed it. She decided to fly from LA all the way to Texas to his old house. Remember, because of this dogshit case, this dogshit common law case, she has root access, she has admin access. Temporarily, hopefully, but she still has it. So what does she do? Well, because Adapter is technically the co-owner of all of xQc's assets, because surely she put in 50% of the effort to get xQc where he is today. She's responsible for 50% of xQc's net worth. Like, let's be real, xQc was probably losing money because of her, because you had to buy like 50 Big Macs every day for her. She decides to go to his old house, change all the passcodes, and, you know, make it a living nightmare for him. Okay guys, so I do want to come in for some clarification, because I do want to make sure I'm not spreading some bad information. Oh, by the way, sorry for the jump scare if, yeah. So when I said that Adept the Fattest flew all the way from LA, all the way to Texas, and went to one of his old house, so I just want to make it clear, so essentially xQc has multiple houses in Texas. And while xQc was residing in one of them to start his fresh, clean slate journey in Texas, but essentially his ex-girlfriend went to his other old house in Texas to basically fuck with him. Like, you know, she changed all the passcodes in that house, was potentially stealing some of his belongings inside that house. Keep in mind that all of this was happening while he was streaming, so when he found out about that, he decided to turn off his stream and go all the way over there to see what the f was going on.
You guys, I'm gonna tell you how it is again. I think I'm gonna have to fucking go deal with stuff offline. I do have to. I don't feel comfortable. I have a lot of really cool and things that I like in my house, and I feel uncomfortable that you know, it could just get like swept under me. It feels like fucking terrible. Yeah, it feels terrible. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, it's not.
xQc was basically scared of his ex-girlfriend Adapter, like, literally looting his house and stealing all of his assets. And that's kind of why he ended his stream and sprinted to see what the fuck was going on. But when he thought that things couldn't get worse, a few hours ago, xQc posted this pretty disturbing clip on his Twitter.
Main entrance, nice little stairs, room to the side, room here for creative stuff, mud room.
Like, the beginning of the clip looks like what appears to be a wholesome, harmless video of him showcasing his house to his fans. Now, to no one's surprise, if Adapter did indeed steal some assets inside this house, rest assured that his gym set, his equipment, was not stolen. It was kept intact, bro. Untouched. But, near the end of the clip...
Okay. I'm getting out. Thank you for helping out.
You literally see xQc and the police outside of his house. He's walking outside, there's a police car. Like, I don't know what's going on. Is he getting kicked out? Like, no one knows what's going on. But what do we also see? And it's pretty fucking hard to miss. Well, you also see his ex-girlfriend, and she doesn't even have the courage to look at his face, the person she's been fucking with this whole time. Now, let me just say this. I can't emphasize this enough, but all of this is obviously not normal behavior.
Dude, police is at my other fucking house again. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not ending. I don't give a fuck.
And as I'm editing this, it would seem that this obese ex-girlfriend is again at his other house trying to fuck with him. That is the kind of behavior from someone who has nothing to lose. And you know what? Even though I really hope that xQc wins this bogus case, I don't want to imagine what would happen if he was to actually win. Like, what someone who has nothing to lose could possibly end up doing. She strikes me as a gold digger who absolutely does not want to go back to our normal McDonald's 9-to-5 life, and, you know, who got used to, you know, getting free Gucci bags, free fucking McLarens, and getting her cheeks clapped, you know, in rich cars, in rich houses. Like, she's used to that lifestyle, and she does not want to go away from that. I just can't imagine what xQc must be feeling, bro. Like, knowing fully well that you're getting played by a fat whale and getting kicked out from your own house that you paid with your own money. I don't know, bro. This whole thing's cooked. Now, I don't know how the fuck it could get any worse than this, but it somehow did. xQc, also known as the Cuckler, decided to throw even harder than the Golden State Warriors by falling for the classic gold digger divorce scam trap. Adept played the, oh, I'm not feeling too well mentally, can you come to me really quick? Can you please come check out on me? And I don't know why, bro, but xQc fucking fumbled the bag, bro. He went to her house, he fell for the trap, and actually went to her to comfort her. But he decided not to leave the house instantly, right after comforting her, and decided instead to sleep. Now, I want you to think very carefully, okay? Very carefully for a second. Imagine that you're a gold-digging fat motherfucker, and you currently have a case pending about common law marriage, and you're trying to prove to the court that you were indeed married to your husband, that you're trying to yoink 50% of their income. Now, what exactly would you do if, you know, you see the guy you're trying to scam to ruin his life sleeping on his bed alone? Now, if you answered, well, I'd buy a fake ring and
This is my wedding ring.
then go pretend I'm sleeping with them, put my hand on their shoulder, and then take a picture of my ring next to them, well, that's what happened. I don't know, man. Like, this is some completely mentally unstable shit. Like, to go as far as to buy yourself a fake ring for yourself, to then take a picture when someone's sleeping without their consent to try to prove to... What? It is true what they say, guys. Do not put your glizzy inside crazy, bro. Like, you're gonna regret it. I don't know about you guys, but now that we know all the crazy stuff that xQc's ex-girlfriend has done to him, I think it's fair to assume that xQc might be in serious danger. We've pretty much confirmed that this girl is not normally in the head, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, I feel like she might be the kind of girl to be like, oh well, if I can have that life, that rich life, neither can he. And this is why I really hope that xQc hires some full-time bodyguards, if he is, and hopefully if he has to win that case. Money, money, money.